Black Ops 6 has been out for over 3 months now, and I gotta say, Treyarch have put a lot of love into zombies. 2 maps at launch and 2 DLC maps already, and for the most part, I really do like these maps, as well as their unique main quests and wonder weapons. It's not just that though, effort has been made in so many other areas. The many side Easter eggs in each map, augments, improving the salvage system from Cold War. So don't get it twisted, I love Black Ops 6 zombies, because I know someone's gonna write in the comments, where if you don't like zombies, play something else. But I do like zombies. In fact, I genuinely haven't touched multiplayer since probably the first month the game even came out. And it's not just me, from what I've seen, a lot of the wider COD community views zombies as the best mode in this game as well. Now to be fair, when you've got skill-based matchmaking in multiplayer, of course it's going to be hated by a lot of people. Hell, with skill-based matchmaking in multiplayer, I'd probably get more enjoyment out of playing Bus Simulator or some shit. No hate to Bus Simulator, by the way. Now while zombies has been really fun and enjoyable so far, I think there's a few pressing issues that we need to talk about, because I truly believe that Black Ops 6 Zombies was really close to greatness. I use past tense when I say was because it's kind of too late into the game's life cycle now to actually remedy these issues that I'm about to go through, but in this video I'm going to go over the issues in Black Ops 6 Zombies from the order of the smallest to the largest issues, and why I think it hasn't lived up to its potential. So what actually are the issues in Black Ops 6 Zombies? Well, let's take it from the start, before the game even launched. False advertising. Let's be real, when we all saw the cinematic trailer for Liberty Falls, we were pretty hyped. You've got the man himself, Eddie, fighting off the zombies with his trusty Wonderwolf in his mansion. Now, I don't think it's a stretch to say we all thought maybe at least one of these features would be something we could actually experience when the game launched. Do we actually get to play as Richtofen at all, or encounter him at all when we play zombies? No. But what about the Wonderwolf? Do we get to use this at all? No. And the same goes for Richtofen's mansion. We don't actually get to experience any of these cool parts of the trailer in the actual gameplay. Now sure, we know the next map is Richtofen's mansion, but the way that the trailer was shown to us, in my opinion, it made it look like we would be able to play in the mansion when the game actually launched. And you know, maybe play as Richtofen or use the Wonderwolf. Now to me, that's a little bit of a letdown because this was the first cinematic trailer for zombies. Yet this feels like a trailer for the mansion map rather than Liberty Falls. Why would they tease all of this stuff, getting our hopes up, if we don't even get to experience what's being shown to us when the game launches? In my opinion, this is false advertising to draw in more of the OG fans of zombies with all of these nostalgia elements. That's not okay. Let's move on to Gobblegums. This was a returning feature a lot of us were really excited for. Originally from BO3, these made for some really creative, strategic, and fun ways to play zombies, adding heaps of replayability to the game as well. So while it's nice to see Gobblegums return, and credit where credit is due, I do like how they are earned from just progressing rounds and they're free to consume in-game. Unfortunately though, they've been nerfed quite a bit. For starters, the classic gums from Black Ops 3 had an unlimited capacity, whereas now in BO6, every type of Gobblegum you have a limited capacity of. And I don't know about you guys, but I'm such a cheapskate. If I know my currency is limited, I'm going to save as much as I can. It literally hurts me to use Gobblegums because I know they're limited. And you know, sure, that's just a me problem really, but I don't think there would really be any harm in keeping the classic gums to an unlimited capacity, like in Black Ops 3. The other issue with Gobblegums is how powerful they are in use. So let's look at some Gobblegums from BO3 that are on Black Ops 6 as well. Killjoy. This spawns in an insta-kill power up. In BO3, you get 2 activations from 1 gum. On BO6, only 1. Respin cycle. BO3, 2 activations per gum. BO6, only 1. To be fair, when you use this gum in BO6, it does give you a better chance of getting a better weapon as well. So that's decent, I guess. Profit sharing. Anyone that uses it, their points they earn also share to other players. So in BO3, you get 10 minutes out of 1 gum. In BO6, it's literally 2 minutes. Now to be fair, 10 minutes would be quite OP in BO6 I feel, but surely like 5 minutes or something. Like 2 minutes is pretty quick. And it just keeps going. Idlewise, Immolation Liquidation, which spawns in a fire sale, as we all know. In BO3, you got 3 activations from 1 gum. This was so sick, because you could just stack them all, and you'd get like a minute and a half of a fire sale. Whereas in BO6, you only get the 1 activation. You get the picture. Overall, I think the gums have been nerfed, which I understand nerfing them, but I feel like they nerfed them a bit too much. It just would have been better to see a little bit more balance. Into more of the bigger issues, recycling content. We've now got the Tomb, a new map that spawns doppelghasts and shock mimics. So the doppelghasts we saw from Citadel Day More, and the shock mimics are returning from Modern Warfare zombies. Now that I don't mind too much, but why on earth are amalgams back? They were reused in Citadel and now they're in the Tomb as well. They should have stayed in Terminus. That's the map they literally belong in. Putting them in every map after just feels lazy and really unnecessary. It doesn't really make any sense. Now, I don't personally have an issue with them bringing back previous types of boss zombies. Like, I think it's fine they added the shock mimic from MWZ, which in of itself is recycled from Cold War zombies originally, but the amalgams have been milked enough now. Either make some new boss zombies or bring some back from previous COD titles. Stop milking the same boss zombies every map. I will say though, it's good to see that manglers have not been brought into Citadel or the Tomb. Moving on to the mystery box. The mystery box has been in zombies from the very start. It's been an absolute staple up until this point. In Black Ops 6 zombies, it's almost irrelevant. Sure, you can get the wonder weapon from it and maybe a decent gun in the earlier rounds of your game, but for later rounds, it doesn't really provide much value, because as the rounds progress, you need to sink salvage and essence into upgrading your gun. So if you've already packed your gun once or twice and put salvage into it, the mystery box feels irrelevant because it just means you get a gun that, yeah, maybe it does have a purple or gold tier, but then you gotta spend another 50k to get it to pack 3. I don't know how this could really be fixed with the upgrade system how it is in Black Ops 6, but it's just sad because the mystery box has always been an iconic, valuable part of the zombies experience. But to me now, it just feels like it's lost its value. Now prior to the launch of Black Ops 6, it did seem like hardcore zombie players were finally being shown some love, as we were promised by Treyarch that there were going to be some exclusive rewards for completing the main quest for each map before its directed mode came out. Now, I don't know if I'd even call myself a hardcore zombies player. I've got Nebula and I've completed every main quest, so maybe I am, but I don't get like really high rounds or anything. Anyway, it was cool that there was actually an incentive for players to complete the main quests of each map before directed mode came out. We were finally being rewarded for our invested interest in the game mode, right? Yeah, well, this is just pathetic. I completed the main quest early, and what did I get? A fucking calling card that does not really look that much different from the one you get just from completing the quest on standard or directed mode. I mean, come on, this does not give much of an incentive at all to do the main quest early. Give me an exclusive skin or something I can show off to the boys. Something that I can be proud of. The average COD player doesn't even notice the difference between these two calling cards. Now don't get me wrong, some of the rewards for completing the main quest are pretty cool, but why can't the cool stuff be an exclusive reward for early completionists? Or maybe keep the cool rewards for everyone, but add another operator or weapon skin that's just exclusive for completing the main quests early. And I get it, Treyarch want new players to get into zombies and actually complete the Easter eggs, hence why directed mode is even a thing. But think about it, if the rewards for completing the main quest early were actually a lot better, I think this would be a really good way for new players to actually complete the Easter egg early, because they've got a deadline to get those bonus rewards. A lot of them might actually make the effort to learn how to complete the Easter egg early, whereas if a new player knows they can get the same rewards just with directed mode, they probably won't even complete the bloody Easter egg because there is no deadline. They'll just think, oh well, there's no rush, directed mode isn't going anywhere, I'll get to it later. I feel like it's not too much to ask for to just have some exclusive rewards that actually have some value to them when completing an Easter egg early. Not only are Activision and Treyarch letting down their zombies community, they're also pulling a fast one on their own team. This is the AI dilemma. This one has resulted in serious consequences for the zombies game mode, and I think it's one of the bigger issues for zombies at the moment, because not only has it resulted in current voice actors for zombies quitting their roles, but this has huge consequences for future voice actors in zombies. Here's the quick rundown if you aren't actually aware yet of what's going on. Basically, Activision are really pushing AI stuff in BO6. We've seen it with the in-game rewards and game art, right? Like, what even is this? How did they think we wouldn't notice 6 fingers? I mean, they didn't even notice apparently. But it also extends to the voice cast of the zombies' main crew. Activision are trying to get away with using AI to replicate the voices of the zombies cast for future use. This has resulted in recasts for the characters such as Samantha Maxis, due to Activision not willing to have AI protections for their roles. This is sad because Samantha Maxis has been voiced by Julie Nathanson since it all started way back in Cold World at War. Not only would this replace the important jobs and careers of these talented people, but it also takes away the soul of the characters in Zombies. I mean, there was literally no character dialogue in the ending cutscene for the tomb. We didn't even get an intro cutscene to the map. These characters literally became lifeless, likely because the voice actors are on strike for this very reason of lack of AI protections. And the irony of all this is, all the dialogue in this cutscene came from Sam, whose character in the game is an AI, which is now voiced by someone else. Now, this isn't really a game-breaking issue, right? But what is a game-breaking issue in BO6 Zombies is the always online part. If you're playing a solo game of Zombies, you have to play online on the shitty COD servers. That can actually make you lag, and it can literally screw up and end your game. This has happened to me countless times. It doesn't matter how good your internet is, Activision are going to stitch you up at some point and lag your game. This is honestly one of the biggest issues I have with Zombies in BO6. Now, it doesn't happen to me all the time. Like when the game first came out, it seemed pretty stable. But from then until now, about midway through is when I started noticing my game would just lag and it would result in me getting killed in a solo game. I could go back to World at War, the first ever Zombies experience, and it would run better than BO6 Zombies. Why is the experience better on a game that came out almost 17 years ago? Activision should be improving and innovating. I will never understand this decision. People will defend it by saying, well, one benefit of being online is that you can save your game. Has everyone forgotten that offline saves have literally always been a thing in any single player offline game, like ever? I'm not a tech whiz by any means, but wouldn't it cost Activision more to always have you playing on their servers, rather than being able to play offline? Maybe someone can help me answer that down below. And I think I know part of why they're doing this always online crap. It ruins the opportunity of preservation for these games. Years on from now, who knows when, I think at some point Activision will discontinue the servers for this game so it's no longer supported. That means people can't go back to this game and play it. It's like how GTA 5 Online on last gen is no longer playable, which in my opinion is fine because it's the online mode, right? Everyone just plays that on the newer gen consoles. But imagine if you could no longer play the story mode for GTA 5 on last gen. That would be a little bit more messed up, right? Because if people have bought the game, they should have the right to play that game forever, especially if it's a single player experience. I'd bet Activision is doing this so that it forces people to buy the newer CODs instead of having the opportunity to play older COD titles if that's what they'd prefer. With the always online system in BO6 Zombies, it also presents more issues than just the lag. The pause timer. Why is this a thing? It's stupid. 15 minutes, is that it? It's all well and good that it saves your game if the timer expires. But if you don't have full health upon pausing, you'll just die when the timer ends. And in solo Zombies, I do not want to feel like I have to rush if I'm AFK. If you're going to put a pause timer on, at least make it an hour. This could all be fixed if the mode was playable offline anyway. And how have we only just been given the option to pause our game in co-op? This should have been in the game from day one. And yeah, the co-op pause is also only for 15 minutes. That's just stupid. It's sad because I really do like Zombies in Black Ops 6, and I think it had the potential to be a serious contender to some of the great COD Zombies titles we've had in the past. However, these are some of the bigger issues that held it back in my opinion. But I want to know what you guys think. Am I asking for too much here? Did I miss anything? As always, thanks so much for watching guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.